Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. It's Kate Bolt, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK. I'm back for another Coffee and Cards live here on my YouTube channel. Hello, I'm just going to wait a couple of seconds to see if anybody joins me live. I'm just going to check my laptop to see, check that everything is good and that I'm live so that I can comment on any comments I might get during live. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Just refresh it. Here we go. There we go. Let's mute it. This gives me a better idea of my screen as well. I can see a little bit better of what you can see. Yeah, I'll just wait a minute and see if anybody comes live with us. So you can guess what stamp set I'm using today. I'm sure you can. It's the Christmas Scottie stamp set. And it's super cute and I have not played with it before. So I've had it in my stash a little while. I was very excited to get it, but you know what? There are so many gorgeous stamp sets at the moment, Christmassy things going on. And yeah, so today I was like, I am playing with this, right? Okay. And I thought I'd have a bit of fun with it. So I hope you're up for a little bit of crafting with a Christmas Scottie dog stamp set. It's very fitting that I've got Alfie with me in the room, in my craft room, while we craft. I'm moving my words won't come out today. I'm just moving my desk situation a little bit to get a better view for you, because you get that black line, which is just the top of my pad. My grid paper holder is all it is, and I keep seeing it, and it's a bit annoying me. Okay, so Christmas Scottie. And now you can just see the bottom, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I've been having a bit of fun. Now, I was having a delve around in my craft drawers, my storage, because I remembered that I had a little while ago ordered the beautiful Slimline envelopes. And I haven't made a Slimline card before, but they're super popular. And we have Slimline envelopes. So you can make slimline cards, and they come in 3 colours, and you get 5 of each, and they're so pretty. They come in, I think this is a soft succulent, grey granite, and basic white, and they're gorgeously decorated. I did make a mini album out of these that was taught to me by my team leader. It was very beautiful. So they're useful for all sorts of things. I'm going to make a card with them today. They're lovely. So I thought we'd have a bit of fun at making some slimline cards. I can see a couple of you have joined me. Thank you for joining me. Do let me know that you're there. Leave me a comment or a little like, and yeah, let me know that you're there and tell me where you're from. I would love to know. That would be fabulous. Okay, now I have prepped all my bits and bobs all ready so I can share all the measurements with you. Okay, so I think the first card we'll do will be a really basic, simple stamping card with the Scottie. Look how cute he is when you punch him out. So this is a bundle. This is a stamp set and punch combination. And how cute is that? So perfect for Christmas, but I think you could use him for any kind of card. He doesn't have to be a Christmas card, but I need to make some Christmas cards, so we're going with it. It is a Christmas themed Christmas Scottie stamp set, but it does say you are always loved. And then you've got your Merry Christmas, may your days be furry and bright. You've got a little woof, and I think that'd be fantastic for a little tag for your Christmas. It's got a gingham kind of check stamp. We've got snowflakes, and we've got a ribbon. We've got bows for his neck. We've got a little collar, and then we've got more bow pieces. How cool is this? So cute. Right, okay, so I'm going to show you how to make your card base. Let's move these. It's super easy. I was like, I haven't made a slimline card before, not so sure about this, but I've got the envelope, so let's try. And it was actually a lot easier than I thought. Super simple. I've written my measurements down, and what I'll do is when the video is uploaded, I will put them in the description bar below. Hello, Amanda. She's saying hello to me and fellow crafters from blustery, sunny Spain. Oh, well, at least the sun is out with you. That's good news. We've had pretty miserable rainy weather constantly for days. But as I was speaking to you, the sun has peeped out and there's blue sky, which is rather cool. So I'm glad to hear you've got nice weather too, even though it's a bit windy. Right, we have got a piece of real red. I thought I'd go with real red for a bit of fun. Very Christmassy colours. And I've taken a piece of cardstock that measures 8 3/4 by 7.5. Okay. And I've scored it in the middle at 3 3/4, which is half of 7.5. So you get your nice fold. And if you measure your envelope, you'll find that they're actually like about 1/8 of an inch bigger, which allows the ease of the card to go in and out nicely. Okay, so that's my card base. And then I'm like, okay, I need an insert to go inside and I need some layers. So I need a white one for stamping on and then I need a contrast. So I left a nice border, which means I get more from my A4 cardstock by doing that. So my first layer measurement is 8 1/4 by 3 1/4. And my second layer measurement is 8 1/8 by 3 1/8. So just gone down by 1/8 of an inch on this little border here. And this is my stamping layer. And I thought we'd go for the black because of the Scottie. And then this is my inside piece for stamping on and writing my message inside. That is the same measurement as my first layer. So 8 1/4 by 3 1/4. So it's all in inches, and I will write it in the description box below later on today. So you can recreate it if you've not made a slimline card before. But I do love these slimline cards and envelopes. I think they're going to be great. Okay, so we're going to start off with our stamping. So I'm going to keep my stamping piece. And I'm going to put this one here. Now, wish me luck. Wish me luck. I'm stamping everything straight onto my card for this first card. So, in this stamp set, we get 3 Scottie dogs. 3 different positions they're in. Aren't they adorable? So I tried to work out what would be the most pleasing way, having them in different directions. And so I thought I'd put this chap in the middle. So I'm going to try him first, and he's just standing up in like a kind of normal position. So black we're going for. Ooh. So just get my memento. Ink him up really well. What's this dog going to be called? Should we give him a name? Same colour as my dog, who is actually just got his little chin resting on the windowsill in my craft room whilst I'm live. Keeping watch. Okay, so where's my sample? Because I practiced. Here we go. Right, so I think there's some stamping I need to do before I do the Scottie dogs, so I get it in position. Okay, so we're going to do the ribbon. There's a ribbon stamp in the stamp set, this big long one here, and I'm going to put that on the bottom of the card. So let's find it. I had it out ready. That's odd. Got all of the other stamps out. Oh, there it is. It was hiding. So real red for the ribbon. Do excuse me. Good morning, Louise. Lovely of you to join me. And Stitching with Sue, good morning from the States. Good morning, Sue. Thank you for joining me live. Brilliant. Okay, so I've got my ribbon. Now, it's obviously quite a lot shorter, and I want to repeat the stamp image along the bottom. So I'm going to kind of go in the middle, somewhere in the middle-ish, like so. So it's right near the bottom, like that. Okay, and then I am just going to, I don't want to move everything. I am just going to kind of not attach it, but parallel stamp. Okay, so just line the bottom of the loop up here for the bottom of your card. And there you have it. Now, don't mind about your photopolymer stamps getting stained. They will get stained. There's nothing you can actually really do about that. But if the quicker that you clean them after you have used them, the less staining you'll get. and you'll get more staining with the reds and the browns, but that's fine. It doesn't affect the functionality of your stamps whatsoever. Right, so we've done the ribbon. I know I could be in that lovely little dog. Here he is. He's being very patient. Let's just ink him up again, make sure it's even. And he's going in the middle. And if you can think of a good name, please let me know. Now, my camera looks like it's going in and out of focus to me while I'm looking on my laptop. But when I'm looking through my camera, it looks fine. Do let me know what it's like for you. Not that I can change very much. Okay, so we're going to put him in the middle. Somewhere in the middle, just there. Give him a good press down. Yes, there he goes. Okay, and then we are going to have this little guy who's sat kind of facing the other direction. I think this is a fun card for Christmas for anybody, especially if you're a dog lover. I have a friend, Jo, who actually, she sometimes watches me live. She's in my team and she has 3 beautiful little dogs. They're not this breed, they're not Scottie dogs, but they're 3 beautiful little dogs. And I think they kind of remind me of her 3 little dogs. Right. And they're not black either, but they kind of still remind me. They're very cute. Right. Okay, so we got 2. I'm going to put the last one in. Sweet. Aren't they sweet? So cute. And you could send this card to anybody. It doesn't matter if they're a man, a lady, a child, a teenager. I think it's such a fun one. Right, now he could be standing there playfully, but I like the idea of him sitting up and kind of almost like in that begging position. So he's going to go there because I think that's a bit fun. Look at him. Oh, he's cute. So we got the dogs stamped, okay. So we need to make this one a little bit more Christmassy. So I've got some snowflakes from that same set and I've got some balmy blue ink. And I'm going to just stamp some snowflakes. Now, I don't want to get them on his nose. And just do some random snowflake stamping all over. It's snowing on them. Can't have too many, I think. Oh, cute, isn't it? And then I'm going to bring some down the bottom, like here. Otherwise it would look like they're all floating. You don't want your dogs floating about. Right, okay. Could have done some more down there, but that's fine. I'm going with that. What do you think of my dogs? Do any of you have this stamp set? I'd love to know. Oh, hello, Lynn. Thank you for joining me. How are you, my love? Oh, Lynn and I just spent a lovely week together in Vienna during the Stampin' Up on stage convention. And it was amazing. Wasn't it, Lynn? Didn't we have fun? Right, okay, so we've got some snow, we've got our Scottie dogs, we've got some ribbon, and I think we're going to go back in with that red because I want to give his collar a little pop of colour. So this is the collar, and it's very easy to stamp. I was a bit, am I going to fit that in there okay? But it stamps. Look how easy that is. If I can do it, guys. You're slowly on the mend. Yeah, we had a fabulous time together, didn't we? I'm glad you're on the mend, my lovely. She wasn't very well. Got the lurgy before we went away. which is a bit rubbish, isn't it? I'm glad you're feeling better. Right, we're going to put a bow on our dog. So I've got the bow kind of floppy bow pieces here. And I'm going to have them facing away like that. And here. How cute does he look now? Oh, I love this. This is so cute. This is quite fun, isn't it? Okay, so that's most of the stamping done there, I think. What did we do with all the pieces? So we are looking for... What did I do with them all? Oh, they're right in front of me. Here we go. So, that's the inside piece, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Let's make sure it all fits, shall we? Yes, that's nice. Morning, Amy. Oh, this was your first set that you put on your pre-order when the catalogue was on pre-order, and you've got a Westie, so you're going to use it for a Westie. It's perfect for a Westie. As soon as I saw this Stamp and Punch, I thought of my sister who had the most gorgeous Westie, and unfortunately she lost her earlier this year. She was a little old lady dog and it was her time to go. And I would have loved to have made a card for my sister with this one now for Christmas, but it would be sad for her. So, but it does. It looks like a Westie, doesn't it? Okay, so I'm going to glue this down now. I'm going to take my seal. And I'm not sure if you can hear. Tell me, can you hear a squeaky noise? Because my lovely son is playing with my dog with his squeaky toy. And if you can hear the noise, I will shut the door. Oh, that's a good idea, Sue. She says this is a perfect card for those who like sending holiday letters with their cards. That's a great idea because you need a nice long letter size card, don't you, to put that letter in. Do you know, I'd never thought of that. I used to get this round robin letter from a cousin of mine years ago every Christmas, and we weren't really in contact the rest of the year. And she used to send the whole of the family a big letter at Christmas about what they'd all got up to during the year. And it was fabulous. I loved that. Oh, you can hear it, but don't shut the door. Okay. Well, it's my son. He's home from university and he's playing squeaky toys with my dog. Oh, Amy, I'm so sad. I'm so sad for you. I'm so sorry. She says she lost her old man, Westie, a few weeks ago. She's going to make a few cards for family members. They would love it. They would. If it was that recent, they would definitely love it. Oh, that is so nice. Okay, I am going to stamp in real red. That's going to be quite bright, isn't it? Let's grab a piece of white card. Did I have scrap white? I have lots, yeah. Right, I'm going to stamp the sentiment. I really like this. It says, may your days be furry and bright. And I'm going to stamp it in red. Oh, I don't know if I just stamp it in black, actually. And put a red layer around it. Or stamp it in red with a black layer. Red with a black layer. Let's go. Let's just do it. Because you know what? We can overthink these things, can't we? This is a very scrappy bit of a card. Okay. May your days be furry and bright. How cool is that? Love that. Let's give that one a clean. Sorry, it makes a squeaky sound as well. Right, trimmer time. I'm going to use my trimmer just to chop it down. All I'm doing is going around it, leaving enough of a gap so I don't chop off the letters, and making a nice little rectangle. But then I've left a gap at this end, and I'm going to kind of just make like a wedge end. So I've got the point in the groove. I'm just making a little wedge like that for my little panel to go, may your days be furry and bright. And then I need a piece of black scrap. Here we are. I have lots. So what I'm going to do is actually put a little bit of seal on it, just a small amount. I'm going to work out a nice little, that's probably about 1/8 of an inch gap around there. A couple of millimeters if you're doing it in metric. And then I am going to cut it like this, and then once I've done that, I can kind of make it cut a little bit more off. And you can get it until it's exactly right, and then just do the same with the go. So may your days be furry and bright, and that's going to go on here like so. So let's think, where am I going to put this one? I think down here. Maybe it should have been in red with black, but I think we're going to go with it because that's what we've got. I will show you the sample I made, but I think I'm going to pop it here. So a couple of dimensionals. So this is my simple stamping card. So you've literally got stamp, inks and paper, and your adhesive, and that's it. Simple stamping. So anybody who's got the stamp set could achieve this. I don't really want to chop him off completely. He feels a bit chopped off, but we're going to go for it anyway. Down here. There we go. May your days be furry and bright. And then I've got out some of these red rhinestones. So you can add a little bit of bling if you would like to add something extra. Well, I'm saying that if I can learn how to get into the packet. Maybe. There we are. So a new packet. Don't you just love a new packet of gems? Honestly, so pretty. These are so cute, and they're really inexpensive. Red rhinestones, basic jewels, and you get 220 of them. Really good value. So I'm just picking it up with your Take Your Pick tool, my Take Your Pick tool. If you haven't got one, this is a definite must-have tool in your toolkit. I tell you what, I could not live without it. Just deciding where to put my little gems. I want to give him a red nose. I'll just pop one up here. There we go. And maybe move that one down a little bit like that. There we go. May your days be furry and bright, because everyone wants your days to be furry and bright. And inside, I'm going to stamp a little bit just to finish it off. So I'm going to put a little bit of snowflakes like this, so that it all matches nicely. Merry Christmas. How useful. How many Christmas stamps have you got? How many Christmas stamp sets have you got that don't have a good Merry Christmas in a really nice font? How many? I have many. This has a really nice font, Merry Christmas. I'm very happy for it. So Merry Christmas. Here we go. so cute. Right. And then we will have our little friend, and he's going to sit here. So you've still got plenty of room to write a message. But we're going to put our little Scottie or Westie friend. And we're going to have him sitting up there because he's a bit of fun. Oh, it's running away. There we go. It stamps really well. I love this stamp. Right, okay, so the lid back on. Oh, we mustn't forget, must we, to do his collar. Otherwise it won't match, will it? There we go. And this bit. It's cute. Right, let's give my stamps another little clean so they're not quite so stained with the bright red that I've chosen. Okay, so that's going to go inside. Where's my glue? I need to tidy up in between cards, guys, because how do I lose things as I'm crafting? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Right, okay. There we go. Just pop it in the middle. Okay, so we've got Merry Christmas. Now, I think the envelope I'm going to go with. No, so let's grab them over. So we've got the soft succulent, we've got the grey granite, and we've got the basic white. I've got quite a lot of basic white in the card, so I'm going to use a white one. So pretty, and it's got this lovely black decoration on the inside there. But I thought what might be nice is to add our little friend on the envelope, because we don't have any naked envelopes, do we, guys? No naked envelopes. Yes, thanks, Amanda. She says it's easy to lose things when you're crafting. They hide under the paper, etc. Honestly, I put things under stamp sets, under packs of designer series paper. Yeah, it just hides under the things that I'm using. There we go. So we've got our Scottie on the front, and then we've got our May Your Days Be Furry and Bright card. And that is a very simple one layer. Well, it's got a couple of layers of cardstock, but it's no fancy dyes, nothing on there extra. It stamps, ink and paper, and maybe a couple of little gems. And I'll show you how well it fits in the envelope. Says me, hoping it'll fit. Yes. If my layers don't catch. It fits fine. I'm just all fingers and thumbs. Let's do it that way. You see, it fits no problem at all. I was just being all fingers and thumbs. So there we go. There's your envelope with your long slimline card in it. And I really like that. And I'll show you the one I made to start off with. And I made it in a different colourway. So I made it in grey granite to match the envelope and petal pink. So I've got May Your Day Be Furry and Bright in grey granite and petal pink. And then I've got it in the red and the black and the white. So I did stamp the envelope to go with this one as well. Where are you? Here it is. And I've stamped him on there as well. So perfect for some of my Christmas cards. But I'm going to make one more card with you, and I'm going to introduce the punch that comes with this bundle because it's fabulous. Okay, so I've got the same measurements for all of my layers again. And all I've done is swapped around the colours. So I'm still going with black and red. But my base this time is black and my layer is red instead of the base being red and the layer being black. So just transpose those two over. But other than that, all the measurements are the same as before. So this is my stamping layer. So we'll go with that. Okay, here we go. I'm going to have a little drink because I'm getting very dry. Yes, thanks, Lynn. I did in the end, didn't I? You're a very OCD crafter. And yeah, the card and envelope is so cool, isn't it? With the envelope. Yeah, I did flip it over in the end. These things only happen when you're on camera or you're trying to show somebody something, and then it all goes a bit funny. So we have changed things up a little bit. So I had an idea this time. Now, I have not made this card yet, so I'm hoping it goes well and goes to plan. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in some ribbon. Now, I brought in the black gingham check and I brought in the red. Which one shall I go for? You can choose, and we'll go with whatever you choose. Instead of stamping the ribbon, we're going to go for actual ribbon. What would you like, ladies, or ladies and or gents, whomsoever might be watching? Should we have black or red? Tell me what you think, and I'll go with the flow. And while you're choosing, I'll see if I can find where I put my ribbon scissors. Red ribbon so the dog stands out. Perfect idea. Let's go with that then. Thanks, Lynn. Let's move this one out to the side. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is just lie it there. I'm not going to put it there for a bit. I'm going to lie it there so I can work out where everything else is going to go. And I know I want my ribbon to go here, so now I know kind of where I want my dogs to be stamped. So I'm just going to stamp my first one. If I can find all my doggies. 1, 2, and where's my other one gone? Here we go again. He's hiding by my light. Okay, so the middle dog is the same middle dog as I've used before, and I'm going to stamp him again in the black Memento ink. I can see me making a lot of these cards because they're fun. Right, so my ribbon's going to come quite far down, and I'm going to stamp him kind of in the middle. There. And the reason I'm not sticking my ribbon down first is because I would like to stamp my snowflakes on there. So I want to stamp them before I stick the ribbon down. So there's a tip for you. Right, another Scottie. And he's going to go here. Oh yeah, that's a good idea, Sue. I could always colour the black one with a red blends. It could be black and red. That would be very clever. Oh, that didn't work, did it? Oh, can I do it again? If not, I'm going to, you know what? I've got another side to my piece of cardstock. Oh, that worked. Wow. I think that's a first, guys, when I've ever managed to restamp something like that. Yay, I love it when a plan works. How funny. That's luck. The universe provided, or whatever. Okay. Let's pop the other one on, and I'll just line him up with the others. Right, here we go. Use your basic black marker to colour in the missing stamped image, works as a backup. Oh, that is that's a really good tip, Sue. Thank you. I have done that before. I also did that yesterday on something. I was putting a little bit of black, tiny bit of black washi tape. We have glittery black washi tape currently, and there's a tiny bit missing, and I just filled it in with a black marker, and you would never know. They are such useful things. Okay, so we got our ribbon. So now I am going to stamp the snowflakes. Right. Oh, yeah, I managed to save it. So that's a good thing. So more random snowflake stamping. And I can go kind of more all over this time because I don't have the ribbon stamped across the bottom. So it kind of makes it a little bit easier in a way. So this Scottie is out in the snow playing. So who's managed to do any crafting recently? I'd love to know. So I had an adventure yesterday, guys. My son, who's 15, wanted to go and see a band that he follows from the States. He follows them, and they were over doing a tour, and they were doing a gig here in London last night. Now, bless him, he's 15. He's not old enough to go on his own. So he wanted the ticket, and so I got him one, but obviously had to go along too and just kind of lurk, if you know what I mean. And he had the best time. So I was in London very late last night watching a gig. I think I took the age of the room up by about 20 years, mind. But it was a bit of fun. Wow, Sue, you're recovering from brain surgery. That's incredible. I completely agree that crafting can really help, help keep your mind off things sometimes when you're recovering some major thing. That's major. I'm really sorry to hear that. I hope you're on the road to recovery. Amanda's made a 50th anniversary card for her husband and she's batch making 29 Christmas cards. 29 Christmas cards. Wow. Amanda, can you share them with us somehow? Maybe pop them in my Facebook group. Are you in my Inkstampshare Your Craft Facebook group? I'd love to see what any of you guys make. You can come over there and just pop things in there. You're a demo in the US, Sue. One day at a time. Absolutely one day at a time. I take my hat off to you. That's absolutely amazing. Did I like the music at the gig? Well, it's not my choice of music. It's kind of rap, kind of. Oh, I need the ribbon. But it wasn't as bad as I enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to. Does that make sense? I was looking forward to spending some time with him and going out and having a bit of fun and doing this thing with him, but I was not looking forward to the music part of it because it's really not my scene. But I actually enjoyed it more than I thought I would. And yeah, if he wanted to do it again, he didn't have anyone to go with, I would go. So it wasn't awful. Bless him. Yeah. But I think for me, it was more about seeing him have fun and spending some time with him. And we managed to grab a bite to eat dinner and before we went in. And obviously I navigated him around the underground in London and things. And it was just a bit of fun. Washi tape is great for everything. Now, if you put your ribbon all the way around the back of your card and loop it round, you're using more ribbon. So I'm being a bit frugal with my ribbon. But the main reason for me doing this is that I'm not a big bow fan. I like a knot. So I'm going to try it with a knot first. And I like to slide my knot where I want it to go. So before I put any more ribbon on there, I think I'm going to put our sentiment on. Okay. So I need a piece of white. And I keep losing it. Here we go. Oh, and I also need to punch out the Scottie dog, don't I? Yes, I actually punched one out already, look. How cute is he? but I'll show you how to do that. So here we go. Here's a scrap of white. See, I was practicing stamping the dogs. Now the punch is fab. It will punch this dog out. This one. No, this one here. The one that's standing in like a normal position. It punches him out. So that's why I've stamped him in the middle of the card. So let's grab my black ink again and stamp him, and I'll show you. And I'm going to pop him on, and I'm going to raise him up. Now, the reason I've stamped him on the card, because I'm going to cover him up with a punched one, is so that I could space out my dogs when I was making the card. And as it was, I didn't do a great job of spacing them out, but I think it's fine. Okay, here we go. Now there's space to stamp the bow, and you've got the dog. So just be aware that if you stamp anything right next to it, you are going to cut that out when you punch your dog out. Whee! Ooh. So here he is. Don't need that bit. So I'm going to put him on there, and I'm going to raise him up. And I think I'm going to stamp the bow. Now, which bow is it, I wonder? Because I haven't done this before. I think it must be this bow. It looks right. There's a couple of bows. This one looks like it fits around his neck, which is very useful. So you can see it when you stamp it. So before I do it, I am going to do the other bows because I already got these mounted on the block. Oh, wow, Amanda, that's loud. Amanda's saying that she lives on the top of a hill outside a village, and across the way is a chap who rents his house out for weddings and parties, and sometimes the bass on the music is so loud they have to complain. Yes, I absolutely imagine that would be awful. And sometimes the music is great. No neighbours. Oh, you're about 2 kilometres from him. Oh, that sounds idyllic. That sounds amazing. Yeah, I imagine sometimes the music's great and sometimes not so great. This music last night that we were listening to had a lot of bass, and yeah, I mean, we could feel it with our feet all night. It was vibrating through the venue. So, right. Let's clean that stamp. Yeah. When we came out, my son said, everything sounds so different. It all sounds so quiet. Yeah, it was very loud. Okay, so let's see if I can make a nice bow for our middle one. That's a bit weird. That's better. I think it's just the first time it was stamped. It was so very late when we got back, though. I was a bit worried because he had to go to school today. But he's managed, bless him. It's not like, you know, it's a regular event. He's never done it before, so it's all good. Okay, so we've got him. Let's put the lid on. And grab the punch. Yeah, you could definitely batch these cards, couldn't you? I think that would be quite easy. Stamp all your dogs, punch all your dogs. That sounds awful. You know what I mean? So that's going to go on. I think that bow is good, but I don't think I punched it very well. Look at that. That's ridiculous. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to doctor it with my scissors. Do you ever do that? If you kind of mispunch something because you're not looking. I'm going to just trim it up. Honestly. It'd probably be quicker to re-stamp it, wouldn't it? There we go. Still not happy with it. Let's just trim the bottom a little bit. There we are. I think that's better. Oh yeah, that's much better. Maybe across the top. Yeah, be careful when you punch yours out. I just get distracted chatting. Yay! So we need a mini dimensional, I think. Good old mini ones. I love these. Do you have, are you like me and do you like to use your dimensionals in rows or do you just go from all over? I'll bet Lynn, if she's still watching, does hers really methodically. Oh, let me see if I've guessed that right. Let's put that in the middle. Oh, hello, Jodie. Thank you for joining me. First time here from Texas. Well, you're very welcome here. I'm very glad you've joined us. Thank you. So I'm going to pop his bow on. It was very cold in London, though, last night. Very cold indeed. We were a bit chilly, to say the least. Oh, now I'm just wondering whether I should have put a dimensional on that at all. Because I'm going to raise him up. It might just be a little bit much. When I say cold, it was a biting wind. It wasn't actually, you know, a freezing temperature, but it was cold enough. What's the weather like where everyone is? What's it like for you in Texas, Jodie? I got it right, didn't I, Lynn? You have to use your dimensionals in rows and very tidily. I'm less tidy. I'm a bit more chaotic. Not too chaotic, though. Look, I don't like take them from odd places. So I'm going to leave his bow stood up there like that. I am going to put this on here and decide what to do next, but we're nearly done. We are. Good seal. It is definitely sweater weather here. And outside in the evening, gloves, I would say. Just standing about. Right. Okay, next is going to be what we're going to do for our sentiment. And I think I'm going to go with a similar idea. I think I am going to go red again on black. And look at all the mess I've made. Got a lot of mess. Right, where's my red stamp? Here it is. Ink pad, I mean. Real red. So it's cold in Texas. You've had many nights around 20s and the days here have not been above 50. I don't know what that is in centigrade. So it's about 6 degrees here. I need to work it out because we tend to work differently, but it sounds cold. Yeah, it sounds cold because I don't go in a t-shirt until it's about 70, 75, which I think you guys would probably find cold. Right, let me think about what I'm doing. Trimmer time. Here we are. Furry and bright. It's quite fitting that we're talking about the weather then. Now, this one's not going to have a tapered end because I've cut it too near. And that's fine, I think. And a little scrap of black. Yes. But at least today it was bright rather than all that rain. We've had so much rain lately. Although I've heard in Australia there's a lot of rain at the moment, when they were expecting all their summer, you know, like in Melbourne. And I've heard that they're experiencing a lot of cold, wet weather. You never know what's going to happen. So I'd love to know what you guys think of this Scottie set and if you'd be tempted by it. It's so fun. Right, so we've got May Your Days Be Fairy and Bright. Let's get the card itself before we finish it off. Getting that stuck. Ah, thanks, Linny. You take care. She's got to run. Don't work too hard, but thanks for joining us today. That's really nice. Lovely to have you with me, my dear friend. We did have fun in Vienna. No, putting that on the black, I think, is lovely. It really makes it pop, doesn't it? May your days be fairy and bright. And then I am going to attempt to tie a knot with my ribbon. I'm not very good at knots. I could have done with a few more snowflakes, couldn't I? Thank you, Jodie. That's very kind. It is a bit of fun. Right, I'm going to find my ribbon scissors. Chop that off. Love this ribbon, this real red. It comes in a double pack with the green. So useful for Christmas. It's a ribbon combo. Hold my breath. Right, we've got the knot. Okay. And you can move your knot. If you do it on top of the ribbon like that, you can move it up and down the card where you'd like it to go. It's not as tidy as I'd like. I might have to fiddle with it. I want a flat knot and I can't remember how to do it. But I think that's it. I can't remember. But it'll come back to me after. These things always do. Right, come on, knot. Yeah, that's not a flat knot, is it? That's just a mess. Never mind. I will suss out the flat knot. By the time I post this, the picture of this, it'll be tidier. But you want a flat piece here, okay? And then I'm going to trim this. I like to keep a spare pair of my snips just for my ribbon so that they don't blunt up using the paper. And it gives you a nice clean cut. So may your days be furry and bright. That's going to go on a couple of foam pads. If I can grab them again. And then some gems. Right, so Linny, who I was talking to, she's in my wider team. Oh. Janice, you were watching me incognito. You bless you. Thank you so much for watching. You're very kind. Love that. Now this is kind of floating in the wind, which will annoy me. So I'll show you a tip. If you're going to do your ribbon the same as I really like that little technique of wrapping it around at the ends. It's useful then to anchor it down with a glue dot so it's not flapping about in the breeze, or two. So I've got my glue dots. I'm gonna take one off, or two. Now I've got one stuck to my finger, and I'm gonna pop it behind there. Oh, I've got it stuck to the card. There we are. Get rid of that one. And this one, they keep getting stuck to me. That one's going under there. There we go. And you can actually put one under the ribbon. And with the glue dots, they're not wet or anything. They'll just hold it in place nicely. I pressed it too hard. There we are. You don't want it to look weird. Just let it sit. There we go. So to finish it off, I'm going to bring in those lovely little red rhinestone basic jewels. Ooh. Put a couple of those on the front. 200 odd you get in a packet. Did I say 220? Oh, that's a glue dot there. That will come off. There you are. It's gone. So coffee and cards. Usually a basic one layer card. There we go. I might add in a couple more. Now I normally, I'm very, I don't add a lot of gems because I always think it's a bit much, but I don't know. I think that calls for it. A few scattered about because it's a bit of a fun card, isn't it? Okay, the inside is the last thing to do of our card. And this is really simple and really easy. So I'm going to do the Merry Christmas again in real red. I'm going to do the snowflakes in the balmy blue. And then that little Scottie dog, and finish it off. So can you see this? There's a lot of shadow. That fabulous Merry Christmas that's in this set. I nearly got covered in bright red ink. The company that makes the glue dots is going to change the way they roll out now and put them back the other way. Oh, that is good. Yes, when they're on the, is it when they're on the top or when they're on the bottom? Because at the moment they're on the, yeah, at the moment they're underneath, aren't they? Ah, that is good. So a few of the blue snowflakes from the set, and then which little dog shall I put in? I'm going to put the little dog that's sitting down. Why not, for a change? Back on the top. And that was so much easier, wasn't it? When they were like sitting proud. That would be so good. I didn't know that. Thank you for sharing. Get that back in. There we are. And then I'm going to pop him here. You need to leave enough room to write your message. Don't forget to do that. There we are. Merry Christmas. And a little bit of seal on the back. I'm a very messy crafter today. My grid paper now has a bit of glue on it. It has ink all over it. I'm having a messy day. Okay, let's pop this in. Merry Christmas. It's cute, isn't it cute? I'm not a cutesy card fan, and I wouldn't say it's cutesy, but it's cute, if that makes sense. It's really sweet. Maybe the word sweet. It's really sweet. I love this dog. We nearly forgot to give him a collar. I'm definitely going to make one of these for my friend with her dogs, because they look like her doggies. even though her dogs are not Scotties or Westies. Such a fun set, and I love that if we have a punch, because sometimes we can get really bogged down with our dies. I have a lot of dies. I absolutely love dies, but it's so handy to have a nice quick punch and to punch out a fun little dog. I've been going for an hour. That's outrageous. I like to keep it to an hour or less. So yeah, I've really been going for it today. So I hope it hasn't been too long for you guys. But I'll show you all the cards we've made now. I'll grab another envelope ready because we need the envelope for that card, and we'll have all of them ready to go. One good thing about making cards, Christmas cards live, is you have a little stash by the time Christmas comes around. Yeah. It's so cute. There he is. Whatever we're going to call him, I don't know. So these are the cards we've made today. Let's have a look at the ones we've made. We have got... This was my sample card. This was my first very simple stamping card, and I made it using grey granite, and I stamped the Scottie in grey granite, and we have got petal pink card layer, and his bow and the ribbon is all in petal pink. So I've done grey granite and petal pink with the balmy blue, and he's got Merry Christmas in there. He's quite sweet, and I used the grey granite to match the Slimline envelopes, and I've stamped him on there. No naked envelope. So that was the first one. That was my one I did before I came live. And then I made this one live. So the same card in a different colorway, and I really like it. I really like the red. The red and black makes it pop. I'm not a person much who would like black on a Christmas card, but I think this works because it's the dogs. And then we've stepped it up again, and we've punched him out this time, and you can see how he's raised up. And you could have done 3 of these guys all the way along. And I've added some ribbon to step it up a little bit. I've added a few more gems, and those are the envelopes that match. I hope you have enjoyed watching it live today. Thank you for joining me live. And if you're watching on replay, please let me know you're watching from Tomorrowland. I would love to know, and let me know where you're watching from. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you like any of the products that I've used, they're available in my Stampin' Up online shop at katebolt.stampinup.net. And yeah, you can find lots more inspiration over on my blog, which is inkstampshare.ink. So that's with an INK at the end. And if you've liked it, please give me a thumbs up, and definitely subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. That really helps me, and it helps the YouTube algorithm get my videos shown to crafters who may be interested in them. And yeah, I'll be back on Friday for a fun Friday live at 11 a.m. GMT. And I think I have a message from Amanda. Oh, great cards. Thank you, Amanda. But she's not around on Friday. It's just, oh, it's your wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary for Friday, Amanda. I hope you have a lovely time. And oh, Jodie, thank you so much. I would love to see you back. That would be amazing. And yeah, I'll see you all soon. Enjoy. I hope you have some fun, and you might be inspired to make some cards with the Christmas Scottie bundle. Take care. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye for now.